The Chinese Riddler just keeps on dropping riddles for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but it seems as though someone in the community may have deciphered exactly what it means. Let's take a look. Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka Drive. I'm bringing you guys a brand new video today, and today we are diving into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet news, rumors, and in this case, leaks from Riddler Q, our established leaker in the community, who has been giving us a ton of riddles regarding Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, going back to the potential QUAGSIRE, Gastrodon, Whiscash regional form that's water and ground type, and now we have a pretty big teaser and set of riddles that are actually talking about the legendary Pokemon for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So we're gonna be breaking all that down and how one community member may have indeed solved the riddle on this one. Like the video if you guys enjoy these, of course, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new so you don't miss out on our epic Pokemon content. And don't forget our giveaway. We only have 2 weeks left and it takes seconds to enter to win big. Take a look. If you haven't heard yet, I'm doing a massive giveaway. In fact, our biggest giveaway ever, and it takes you guys 10 seconds to enter. All you have to do is check the link in the description below, add the online shopping tool browser extension to your desktop browser, which is gonna save you money by finding you coupons and the best deals online when you're shopping. And you're gonna add $5 to our prize giveaway pool for the end of May, and I'm gonna do a massive giveaway at that time. We're already at over $5,600. So every single time one of you guys installs it to your desktop, we add $5 to the top of that. Maybe I'm giving away a car, but we'll definitely give away some Switches and much, much more. So make sure you guys install the browser for free right now. Check the link in the description below. It legit takes 2 seconds and you're gonna save money. It's a no-brainer. What are you waiting for? Okay, so over the last few days, Riddler Q has been dropping images of various legendary Pokemon. The first one being Lugia, a piece of Lugia's arm. Then you had Kyogre, a piece of its fin. Groudon, a spike from Groudon, and then a claw from Rayquaza. And as of this morning, actually as of yesterday, he said we were at halftime after he revealed the first 4, and then this morning revealed Zekrom as a piece of the 5th. So all these different pieces are screenshots from cover legendary Pokemon that we've seen so far, and they detail out a handful of different things. So Lugia, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, and then we were halfway, and then now we started at Zekrom, which means there's 3 more hints to come. Now you might be asking yourself, what could be the commonality between these legendary Pokemon in regards to how the Riddler's brain works when they put out teasers? Well, it just so happens this user, Maury Bacon, actually has put out some very, very convincing thoughts here, and I actually think that they are right on the money with this. They believe that this riddle is actually related to the 2 legendary Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, and that they are based off of the 2 different types of color in terms of how things are perceived in both digital and print. So RGB color is utilized in digital, it's much more vibrant, and it's, I believe, additive, and CMYK is used in print media, and I think it's subtractive color. I'm not exactly sure, I'm not an artist, but either way, you have RGB and CMYK. RGB is used in digital, and CMYK is used in print media. That's a very standard thing across the board. So they go on to say that RGB is used on digital, you know, CMYK is on print. Scarlet font is a classical. It's a classical font which fits with printed media. Violet is a more modern font which fits with digital, and we see that there's very much so a contrast between Scarlet and Violet, you know, in terms of the stylistic approach to the different titles. So I think that this is actually very, very accurate, that the legendary for Pokemon Scarlet is going to be based on CMYK, or these colors that we're going to talk about in a second, and the legendary for Pokemon Violet is going to be based on RGB. Now you might be saying, what does that have to do with Lugia and all these other ones? Well, think about it. Lugia is white for RGB, Groudon is red, Kyogre is blue, and Rayquaza is green. That just happens to be the main colors of RGB, red, green, blue. And then when we look at CMYK, Zekrom is of course black, so that fits in that. And then we're looking at 3 new potential riddles coming out, which would cover for yellow, cyan, and magenta. Now there's a few Pokemon that fit that really well, right? The first one coming to mind is Zacian, right? The legendary from Sword. And Zamazenta, of course, magenta, right? Zamazenta. Or potentially Eternatus if he wants to throw us off, because that kind of fits as well. But what would yellow be? So I think by the end of the day or tomorrow, we should have an update on yellow. And I think if it ends up being something like Ultra Necrozma or Zeraora, which isn't a cover legendary, but it could be valid, or maybe Solgaleo, if you want to make an argument that that would be considered yellow. I think if we see a yellow colored legendary next, it almost certainly confirms that this is exactly correct, and Maury Bacon cracked the puzzle on this one. I'm a believer. I really am. I think that they nailed this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really do. I think that exactly what they're saying, the Scarlet Legendary is gonna be based on CMYK color scheme or something to do with that, and the Violet Legendary is gonna be based on RGB color scheme and a more kind of modernized approach. So time will tell. I'll keep you guys updated tomorrow because I really feel like this is gonna be accurate. I think the Riddler is gonna continue to give us this information, and I feel like we'll probably be able to figure this out sooner than later. Just on the concept of the legendaries are something they generally reveal early on because they're often on the cover art. Very cool stuff. The last thing I want to talk about today is this Dex page post that came out. You guys, I discussed it on a video a couple days ago, and you guys wanted me to cover this kind of stuff. So I've skimmed over it briefly, but there was a post that went on 4chan. It has over 234 upvotes at this point, and over 180 comments. So a lot of people have commented on that. The top comment, of course, is people who make these fake dexes have way too much time on their hands, Crispy Boy says. I agree with that, but it's fun to look at. So here's some of the different ideas. I'll highlight the big ones. This one's saying Sprigatito becomes a grass and steel type called Felguros. Fuecoco becoming Fire Fairy, probably piggybacking off of the Fuecoco potential leak that we had. And I love this, Quaxly going into a flying type and then into a fighting type, which gives me Rowlet vibes, right? Turns into a flying type and then a ghost type. So we'll see. Some other things that are worth kind of mentioning here. A Bug Normal early in the game. Love to see that. Something we haven't seen before. Bug Normal does not exist. There was a couple regional forms in here, right? Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Polysage. A new Poliwrath evolution, or Poliwhirl evolution, that is grass and psychic. That's so funny. Randomly Dugong in here as water and ghost. No idea what's going on there. Steel type Sudowoodo. Whimsicott becoming ghost and rock. I don't know how you get to ghost and rock with that thing. Then you've got Minccino and Chinchino becoming ice type. The Tynamo line becoming poison dark. You already know that this person, assuming this is fake, which by the way, I think it's fake, but I think it's funny to look at. You already know that the person who made this in their head was thinking, I'm gonna make a poison and dark type with Levitate, and then they came up with Electros. That's exactly what happened. There's no doubt in my mind. Buttlebee, Diggersby, and then Mega Buck becoming ground and fighting, a type we've never seen before. That would actually be busted though. The Dene becoming Fairy and Ice type, which probably piggybacks off of the Ratoncito, or not the, yeah, the little Tooth Fairy kind of rumor that spread around for a while. Young-Goose, Gumshoes, and Footloose, normal and electric. I love it. Sandy Gas, Cassadastra becoming a ghost type. And then you got a couple other things on there, some legendaries and things like that. Nothing that really jumps out to me. Molossus, Climebex. I'm gonna be honest, I think that this is just someone with a lot of time on their hands. Let's be real here. But again, it's kind of fun to take a look at and laugh at for sure. So I really think that Mari's onto something here with this RGB CMYK approach to what the Riddler is talking about. And I think it is gonna tie directly to the legendary Pokemon of Scarlet and Violet. Be sure to like the video down below if you guys enjoyed this one. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and let me know your thoughts. Do you think that Mari solved the riddle, or do you think that it's gonna be a complete curveball tomorrow when the Riddler drops the next one? If it's not yellow or cyan or magenta, then this is all wrong. But I think it's gonna be, I really do. So I'll keep you guys updated. If something drops tomorrow, I'll get you guys here. Thank you guys again. Don't forget our giveaway. Check it in the description below. It takes 2 seconds. Just install the browser and it adds to our prize pool. It's about 2 weeks left in that. And then I'm gonna give away some crazy stuff, man. I got over $5,600 to give away. So it's gonna be great. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.